we carried out an improvement project on antibiotic prescribing here in the hospital. Infection is one of the commonest reasons why children get admitted to hospital. And for children who need treatment with antibiotics, it's really important that they get the right antibiotic, that they get it at the right dose, and that they get it by the right route, the right duration. And that ensures that they respond to treatment as quickly as possible, but it also reduces the risk of them getting side effects because of antibiotics and reducing the risk of antibiotic resistance. We noticed from a number of audits that we did that the quality of antibiotic prescribing was not as good as we'd like it to be. So what we did was we started to collect data every week on the first 10 children who came in through our emergency department who were started on antibiotics. We looked at, did they get the right antibiotic according to our guidelines, and was the reason for their antibiotic prescription documented. And then each week we fed this data back to the paediatric consultants and to the junior doctors here in the hospital. And over the course of a couple of weeks, people started to become more and more intrigued about this data and really started to think about how can we improve this ourselves. And that, I think, is one of the keys to the success of this project, was this idea that the prescribers themselves really took ownership of the problem and developed the solutions themselves.
This project just started over a year and a half ago and really allows us to decide easily through the antibiotics reference card what antibiotics to start children presenting with fevers and infection to the emergency department. It is used every day by all our doctors and has proved invaluable. We did previously have an antibiotic guideline that was in a booklet, depended on finding that book, whereas now all our doctors are wearing this lanyard.
You know, as nurses, we administer all the IV and oral antibiotics prescribed by the doctors, so it's up to us to ensure their correct dose is administered. So prior to the introduction of these guidelines, the amount of time spent on the phone contacting the various teams to rechart and re-prescribe the correct dose was, to say the least, both frustrating and annoying. So the antimicrobial guidelines, they've been absolutely fantastic, a godsend.
It's been really enjoyable working on this project. A key thing around that is the fact that it has involved so many people within the hospital. By involving everyone, having our quizzes and introducing colourful cards and our guidelines online and things like that really helped. And I think it's one of the key reasons that we've seen such an improvement, going from our 30% compliance with documentation of indication and adherence to our guidelines here, and bringing that up to 100%, which we've maintained consistently since February last year. It's also had an impact on the money side of things, and comparing our year-on-year spend on antimicrobial drugs, we've saved more than 100,000 from our 2014 spend compared to 2015. It's hopefully something we'll continue to see improvements with.
This project has generated a lot of interest from other hospitals who are looking at different techniques that we use and are really keen to try it out themselves. So we're planning to get a group of hospitals together to run a very similar project, share the experience and share the learning from that, so that we can get spread and sustainability of this improvement across a number of hospitals right across the country.